All right, so this is what I got going on. I'm going to be installing this board, and you can see all the standoffs and my mess behind my desk. Um, so basically, all the color coding is that the gray is in the center, the white is on the right, and then the left is orange. And I twisted up the wires kind of nice and neat. So I am running the wires. This circuit is susceptible to noise introduction from the IC down here. That's the clock frequency, and then there's clocks frequencies that run up into these two chips, the MM3005, and those are in the audible spectrum. So what you have to do is sort of be cautious of where you run your wires and trace layouts, things like that. So I'm going to definitely keep some wires away from there. One of the challenges that I had with this circuit, or just trying to figure out what my plan of attack is how the heck am I going to mount this thing in here and it's going to be securely locked down. And I was thinking about using like zip ties or cable ties and things like that. But I just got super lucky. And you can see that I made this one mount right here. And when I place that into the delay, so that's the delay pot, and I'm going to just kind of put it in here. So I got secure up in the front. Down here, that LED coincidentally lines up with the LED here. So I'm going to be able to actually get that LED to kind of hold things in place. And additionally, you see that, obviously this is a dry fit, but this switch fits directly in this channel, and I need to do a couple jumpers. So I'm going to take some really thick leads and attach from here up to wherever I need to on the switch. So overall, I don't have to use any sort of weird mounting. This thing is just going to kind of work out for itself. So I'm going to go attach this, do a little dry fit, and see what we got going on. But I'm pretty excited that everything's really falling in place. I just hope that once I populate the ICs, everything works and I didn't make a mistake anywhere. I did check the back, and all my solder joints are done. You might say, hey, you didn't clean off all your flux. The solder that I use, that flux really doesn't necessarily need to be cleaned up. You're not going to see it. It's inert from a electrical standpoint, so I'm just gonna kind of keep it there. I don't want to introduce anything that could go wrong afterwards. So anyway, I'm gonna test fit this and be right back. All right, the hard part is over, and I think I'm really, not only think about it, but I'm super happy with how this thing came out. You can see the LED is connected directly to the board because I hate adding wire to LEDs. And all the cabling is nice and neat. There's a gap below, so there's a gap in between, I'm sorry, this isolation disc and the board underneath it, so there's no shorting that can happen. All the wires are routing all nice and neat. I did spin them in my drill just to kind of neaten them and keep them together, bundled. But this circuit board is definitely stiff. It's not going to move around too much, and the height wise, it's not going to touch. You can see here nothing's going to really get in the way. So I'm really happy with it. The jacks will be out of the way from that large capacitor, so that's well and good, and then we'll be on our way.